Give her a microphone. Yay!
Yay! Alright. Alright. StarFox Adventures.
Okay, so I have to ask, how much do you know about StarFox? You obviously know he's a character in Smash.
That's it, man. That is it.
Okay, do you know anything about a company called Rareware that doesn't exist any longer?
I've vaguely heard references to it, but not a whole lot.
So, this is the thing about Rareware. It used to be, like, in the days of, we're talking, like, N64, PlayStation 1 era, so, like, late 90s, early 2000s. That company was a powerhouse in making really good games. It made stuff like Conker's Bad Fur Day, stuff that was, like, super well received. But it started going downhill, like, really badly. Like, EA levels of bad.
Oh, no.
And so this is the last game they ever produced, was StarFox Adventures. But the thing is, this game was initially supposed to be, and it still kind of is, it's more of a dinosaur-esque game. And it wasn't until the last second that it was even decided that it would be a Star Fox game and feature Fox and, like, all the other characters from the Star Fox series. So, this game has a bit of an identity crisis, and by a bit, I mean, like, really badly, and it's not sure what it wants to be a lot of the time. So, it's really weird because most people that have played Star Fox have probably played either the other GameCube Star Fox game that's actually pretty dang good, or the original one on the Nintendo 64, which people still think to this day is one of the best shooters of all time. So it will be interesting to see an opinion of somebody who has not played any of the Star Fox games and what you think of this one.
Alright.
I'm legitimately good. Because don't get me wrong, there are actually some good things about this game. I was playing up to, like, a pretty good checkpoint yesterday, and the controls are pretty damn solid. Like,
I mean, hey, at least you don't give me a game that's absolute nonsense.
Like, the controls are pretty fluid. Like, they worked really well. The problem is, it's just, like, the best way to explain how some of the cutscenes work is, like, whenever you watch it, you're like, that's not funny at all, but it's so goofy that it is. It's like watching a Sonic anime, almost. It's
it's not supposed to be funny, but it is.
It is just because of how bad it is. So I'm very curious to see what you will think of this game.
You can also already kind of tell what the animation has in store.
Who keeps messaging you?
Sorry, it's Tylen's sister Lisa, and she sent me 7 texts in a row.
Nice. There we go, now we have a decent amount of light in here. Also, if you have not heard of the character, you probably have heard of the character. If you've not heard of Crystal, this is where she gets introduced, is this game. And most of what they're showing on screen is a pretty good chunk of what I played through. Not all of it, but didn't get that far. That's near the end of the game, though. Didn't get that far. Did that. Didn't do that.
Okay. Alright. So. Start. Let's go.
Yeah, that was the practice file I had.
Empty slot, I guess?
Yep.
And you only have 3?
Yeah, it's supposed to be your initials. They did that a lot back in the days of, like, arcade games. Still do, I think. Soul Calibur's that way as well. But then they changed it in the GameCube version, so it went from 3 characters to 5.
I'm not sure how to... Icarus doesn't really shorten well
ICS, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird initials on this game because the memory card that I bought for this game, for whatever reason, this was the only game that had any save date on it. I don't know why it was this game. I don't know if they just didn't delete it, what it was. But there's a lot of really weird initials, and some of them are really funny on the high scores that you can get in this game.
I mean...
So,
from the depths of space, a girl named Crystal searches for the truth about her parents' death. Finding herself within a lost corner of the Lilat system, she... Oh.
This is the part I'm most excited for you to hear, is this. They gave the game its own language. And the best part is, deciphering it's really fucking easy.
I mean, at least the voice acting isn't bad so far, like...
Yeah, so basically, in order to translate this, you don't ever have to, because the subtitles are always on, and I don't think there's a way to turn them off. Mm-hmm. Every vowel gets replaced by another vowel, and every consonant gets replaced by another consonant. So, like, E in their language is always an O in the English language. But it rarely comes up to where it's actually important for you. I don't think you actually ever have to translate it. It's kind of just like flavor text at the start of the game, and then you pretty much never hear from it again.
So just cuz. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Have fun.
Oh.
You've got infinite health here, I'm pretty sure.
Well, good, because I'm not doing well.
I got hit a lot when I was playing.
Am I supposed to be hitting something specifically?
Yes. You need to hit the little dragon mouth things that are shooting
I'm attempting.
fireballs. Until they light up. If their heads are on fire, then you've hit them enough times.
The aiming is not the greatest.
Well, it's also inverted for anybody that's not played this before. A lot of the controls in this game, because they cannot be edited, are inverted. And, like, while the controls are good, there are still some issues there. Alright, now shoot the little thing down there. Also, her moving forward, by the way, that's all automatic. That is the game's doing. I got hit by the rotor a couple times there, and there's just no way to avoid it, really. But again, you've got infinite health, so you're fine. But I warn you, like, the first 15 to 20 minutes of gameplay is not even close to indicative of the rest of the game. Whether that's for better or for worse, that's kind of up to the player to decide.
Whoa!
Now I gotta get the statues again.
Again? I just got them. At least it's kind of giving you this opportunity to learn the controls, I guess? Mainly I'm just shooting blind, but you could pretend that I'm learning the controls.
Well, that was also one of the reasons if I had you play a StarFox game, it would not have been 64. And maybe Assault, but Assault's kind of pushing it as well in terms of difficulty. The thing is, like, StarFox used to be pretty close to that. You obviously had a health bar, but it was a flying space shooter.
Oh, God.
And it is not so in this game. Like, there's a couple times that you have to navigate your ship, but it's, like, less than 10, and they're, like, 2-minute increments.
Am I supposed to be following the ship?
No.
What? Oh, okay.
You just have to hit the little front part of it where the dragon head is.
Ow.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that an actual dragon head, or, like...
I think it's just automatic.
Okay. Because that would be kind of distressing if it were an actual dragon head.
So one of the other funny things about the language that they make, and it will probably show up here. No, it's not going to. Okay. Any, like, proper noun, like her name, name of the planet, anything like that, stays the same as it does in English. So they'll be talking in, like, some ancient language where it's like, Hey, Krazoa, dinosaur planet. And then it will just go back to, like, the different language. It's really funny when it happens. Because this game does a great job of taking you out of the moment, like, a lot. It's very strange. So obviously top left is your health. I don't think you can actually lose health in this section. Maybe you can, but I don't think you can. A is your interact button. B is to cancel things typically. Y will come up later.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's not on that side, it's across.
Oh, yeah. Back on the other where I just was.
it's very weird because it seems like typically in a game you want the early sections to try to immerse the player, and the parts that are more forgettable of this game are the early parts. Like, the later parts are not iconic, but it's very easy to tell where you're going, and things are very rememberable in that way. But not so much earlier in the game. Alright, so the C-stick on your controller will go to 3 different menus. The other 2 will come up later, but red is your items. They're not key items, just regular items. The other 2 abilities will come up later.
Alright. Very interesting. These sections over here are a little bit kind of dark to see out of, but...
Well, you were going the right way.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, so we can free her. I get what that's for. Oh. Well, I don't have a weapon. Or armor. General scales.
Like that.
It's actually not bad, animation-wise. I mean,
honestly,
like, it's very much product of its time, but, like...
The more that I played this game last night, almost everything I came up to, that was how I felt. I was like, it's not bad. Like, that could be this game's subtitle in a nutshell. It's not bad in any sections. There's some that have not aged well, and there's some that are not... I don't think there's anything about this game that's phenomenal. But by and large, like, it's okay, but the fact that it was a StarFox game kind of put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
It was a bad StarFox game, but, like, maybe otherwise.
Yeah, and this game, you've never played it. This game, at least in terms of control, rips most of Ocarina of Time's controls just straight from that game. Like, the thing about using L to put the camera behind you, that's directly from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like, a lot of games have used it since, but, like, it's very prevalent in this one. Like, the C menu being your items, like, that's an Ocarina of Time thing. Like, a ton of it. It just looks like it's ripped straight out of Ocarina of Time, which is hilarious.
Wait, so did we just ditch the trapped creature?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not a huge fan of her outfit, just because...
Yeah, so, do you know anything about this character, or have you seen this character before?
I've never seen this character before.
So, this, if you've ever heard of the furry community, this is basically their poster child.
Oh, I can see that, yes.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, the game does not make that any better, because you only control her, because her name is Crystal, you only control her for a short amount of time in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But she is basically like generic damsel in distress / flirty girl. Like, there's no other dimension to her at all. Which is a shame because, like, it starts with her searching for why her parents died. So, like, there's potential there. And really, that backstory never gets revisited after that initial thing of them saying that. Like, it never gets brought up in this section, it doesn't get brought up later, it does not get brought up at the end of the game, it does not get brought up in any sequels to this game. It is really, really
Don't worry about it.
So is there potential for a good character there? Yes. Does it happen? No. So this is actually what you needed the key for. If you have the key to a lock, it'll show that little C button there. Mm-hmm. If there's a lock and you don't have the key, it'll have like a giant red X above the C button.
Oh.
I'm glad you just threw that bomb immediately.
It said it was an energy barrel, not a bomb. Okay, so...
Luckily for you, they reset in that little thing that you were looking at a second ago.
Ooh. Hello. Ah!
Yeah, you can't break that box without using a bomb. It's called something else, but they're basically bombs.
They're energy barrels.
That explode when you throw them, like a bomb.
Ah!
Like that.
Except they also kill me.
died.
So how far away do I have to be for it to not kill me?
Relatively far, because you can't drop the barrels. You have to throw them.
Interesting. But yeah, it's a fuel generator. Okay. 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 We just did this. I got you. Do I get to keep the key, or is it, like, done?
No. There's no... well, there's, like, items you can pick up multiple of. Like, for example, let's say... You can't actually do it, but you could pick up, like, extra health, and you could get, like, 5 of those. But any key item typically is a one-time use item.
Friend, you got an evil jellyfish waiting for you.
So this is... There's basically 2 versions of health. This is, like, healing half of a heart. Because each of the little icons on the top left has 4 units, so that one will heal for 2. There's another one that heals for 4. Also, if you didn't like that animation, I hate to disappoint you, but you're going to be seeing it a lot. Of her, like... You don't have to destroy those enemies, by the way. You can just avoid them.
Oh, neat. What am I supposed to be doing?
Blowing up the way to get forward.
Where's the way to get forward?
Where all the boxes are.
Interesting. Whoa! Okay, I just climbed up on that. I should not... Can I jump down there? Is that like...
You can, but you need a bomb in order to blow up an actual cracked section of the wall. So to do that, you have to get rid of the boxes, because you can't climb up anything while you're holding the barrels.
This is fine. Oh, well...
Yeah, like I said, get used to seeing that animation. Because when you switch to controlling Fox instead of Crystal, the animation will be exactly the same.
So, do I need to blow up all of them?
Just enough where you can get through.
Again, loving that. Oh, God. I love the,
You are going to need another barrel to take down here, by the way.
Oh.
That's half the reason that I play these games in advance, is A, to make sure that they can actually be completed with, you know, some relative ease, and secondly, so I know what we're doing so we don't just get lost for 5 hours.
Good point.
Because the last time I played this game was when I recorded it, and that was 2011.
Oh, God. That was way too close.
Also, the rolling thing, obviously, again, ripped out of Ocarina.
Oh, does this also explode?
No, that one you can just throw and it will drop health.
Interesting.
Sometimes they'll also drop the game's currency, but you don't have to worry about the game's currency until you start playing as Fox.
Hello. Capture the Krazoa spirits.
I forgot how good the music was in this area.
And again, not necessarily bad graphics. Oh, well, that's annoying.
Yeah, bear in mind, this is 2002, so this game at this point is almost 17 years old.
Like, it's not bad.
Because, like,
just...
for reference's sake, 2002, the GameCube released, if I remember correctly, Christmas 2001. So, like, this is new. This is, like, around the same time that, like, Mario Party 5, Super Mario Sunshine came out. Like, that era.
Am I supposed to be blowing this up?
No.
Oh, well, that would explain it. At least part of it.
You're still supposed to be blowing up boxes.
Okay, so if it hurts me...
I mean, it'll damage that guy.
Ah!
It'll damage that guy, but he's just an NPC, so it won't actually do anything. Later on, when you get a weapon, you can beat the crap out of the dinosaurs with it if you want. Which I've done many a time by accident, because the attack button later on is the same button as interacting, like talking to NPCs. They're both A.
Okay, come here. Eh.
There you go, that works. I think you will need one more barrel, though. Yeah, because there's a cracked wall at the end of that thing.
Just beyond the, you know, fire and death.
Yeah, if you hit those, you will drop the barrel. You could probably guess that, though.
Oh boy. That's fine.
Alright, so this is one of the few examples of the game where you can actually drop a barrel rather than throwing the barrel, because you can't actually drop it normally. It's only when you're standing on specific locations that the game will let you drop it. Nice, you got it.
Is there something else I'm supposed to do?
No,
here,
you
or
just
go back
you
that
needed
way?
wait on that switch. If you got off the switch, then the door would just close again.
Hello.
Also, I will warn you, some of the voice acting later is hilarious. One of the guys, the second he talked, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, I laughed like an idiot and then did like the Shrek, "What are you doing in my swamp?" because that's what he sounded like.
Oh my god.
I swear he sounded like Shrek. It was great.
Wait, why did you just ask him why he's here? You've had us... Like, the last 4 people you've talked to have told you this. So, the peace spirits are wont to be held captive by a warmonger?
Pretty much.
What for?
There's basically 2 separate parts to this game. Part of it's the Crusoe spirits. There's another collectible as well that relates to the planet. Only the pure of heart, not with that outfit, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Though I guess their theory was, like, she's a girl that's lived with a tribe her whole life. She doesn't, you know, interact with modern society at all.
She's got a tramp stamp.
Yep.
Did you see that?
She's not paying attention to him at all.
Mm-hmm.
So as you go through the game, you'll have to free Crusoe spirits, so when you see these shrines, you'll enter them and perform some sort of trial. This first one is incredibly easy, though.
Watch me fail.
It's a test of memory, and even I got it on the first try.
Oh god.
Imagine a shell game if it was played very, very, very slowly.
So you could get it wrong if your eyes were closed the entire time.
Correct.
Hang on. Interesting. Those are very small fractions of hearts.
Yeah, you can increase your max health later. Like, clearing areas will increase your max health naturally.
Interesting. We've not been over how to climb things, but I guess you just walk up against it and go up.
Yep.
Slide? Yee! Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, thankfully you can at least get down the ladders quickly, because there are times where you actually have to climb down the ladder. You can't just jump off. You can't pull a Resident Evil.
Whoa. Hello. Okay.
Alright, so that red gate that's across the way, that basically means you have to defeat all enemies to advance.
Oh. Well. least it let me finish climbing that. I would have been mad.
Yeah, you just take damage unless that damage would have actually killed you. Unfortunately, there's a lot of points in this game where you just cannot avoid taking a hit. It's really dumb.
That's annoying.
Mostly they're towards the start of the game, thankfully.
Okay, weird thing is you can't jump.
No. Remember, this is a clone of Ocarina of Time. There was no jumping back in those days. Link didn't have an active jump button until Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Unless you want to count the time he had the Rock's Feather.
Okay, so I guess I'm just supposed to, Okay. What am I supposed to... Oh.
You already did it. You're supposed to stand on the switch and that opens the door. The switch is on a timer, though. I would just run straight through, just take the damage.
Nice.
It's just easier to do that, because that's the end of the trial.
That's not that much damage either.
No.
Is there anything else?
Nope. That was it.
That was it?
Now the actual trial. The test of observation. Which is also just known as memory, because it's just a shell game. Make sure you don't run into the barrels while they're still moving, because they actually do damage you if you do that.
Yeah.
That's why you should probably just stand in the middle.
That's a good idea.
You did it. You played a shell game.
Slowest shell game ever.
Right?
Dude, you suck at this.
It's like anybody could have gotten that right.
Nice.
You did it. Your eyes are now completely purple.
Perfect. Alright.
So the good news about the Krazoa spirits as a pickup, and also the other ones that will come up later, is you'll never have two of them at the same time. So you don't have to keep track of like, okay, I've collected 3 and 5. It's just, it'll go straight in order, and it'll leave that little icon at the top middle of your screen if you got one of the collectibles.
I'm not sure how to deal with some of her facial expressions.
Yeah, the expressions are really weird sometimes. They don't match what the character's supposed to be thinking or feeling at all.
I assume this is where I'm supposed to be going.
Correct.
I keep forgetting no jumping. You switch me from Mario Galaxy to a game with no jumping.
Yep.
I don't know how to deal with it. Oh, that's creepy. no wonder there's furry art everywhere.
I mean, she does make a return appearance in Star Fox Assault, but the costume for her looks better, question mark? I mean, it's a jumpsuit, but it covers a lot more, so...
Okay, so what is staring at me? Because I'm in danger. Noom. Was I just...
No, you weren't supposed to get out of that. That was all cutscene.
By the crystal? Oh, yeah, yeah. But was I just consumed by the crystal a la Atlantis?
Sure. I'm surprised you didn't make note of the obvious pun, though.
Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal got trapped inside of a crystal.
Yeah. Wait, how is she... I'm not asking questions. No further questions, Your Honor.
That's good.
Actually, no, I definitely have some questions.
Nope, too late. Trial's over. Guilty verdict. You were staring, you know it.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, in the actual part of the game...
Is this Guardians of the Galaxy?
God, no.
Man.
Slippy would never be a Guardian of the Galaxy, not even close. Because if you don't know anything about Fox, you don't know anything about Slippy either, right? The Toad?
Yeah, no.
He's basically the butt monkey of every Star Fox game. He's the guy... In the normal Star Fox games, it's Fox, Falco, Slippy, and Peppy, which is the rabbit that was just there. And you're playing as Fox, but the other three are trying to help you, and people are constantly having to save Slippy, because he just always screws up.
Okay.
This is their commanding officer, though.
I get that. Just chucked a wrench at the... Oh, wow. That animation right there?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's supposed to be old, so...
Well, I mean, like, again...
Kind of helps.
You know, this is almost 17 years old, and you can't expect their animation for fur to be like Zootopia's, but still, that was...
I mean, they could have straight up just done, like, the basic color for it and not tried to give it the fur aesthetic at all. That's what they did in the Star Fox 64 game when they first did 3D.
So I feel like it's not necessarily bad on Fox, but like...
And Slippy obviously has no fur because he's a frog.
But it's just like at the edges that it's really bad, you know?
So Slippy is basically the butt monkey that constantly gets in trouble. The short version of the story about Star Fox Crew is the original war in Star Fox 64. Prior to that, the Star Fox Crew was James McCloud, which was Fox's dad, Peppy, which is the rabbit, and Pigma. And Pigma betrays them and gets James, quote-unquote, captured by Andross / missing. For all intents and purposes, he's basically dead throughout the entire series. But now the crew is his son, Fox. Peppy is still part of the crew, Slippy the Toad, and Falco, who... We'll get to Falco's interaction in the game when we get there. It's a long way away.
Okay, so, this little target box here actually helps a lot while flying. Also, I'm aware I missed a gold ring. I'm not saying I'm a great flyer. I thought I already got one.
No. It shows you in the top right how many rings you have. You don't have any.
I'm not doing well. Ah! Yeah, I'm really not. I should just ignore everything.
This is the closest that you will get in any section of this game. There you go. This is as close as you will get in this game to have, like, basically the entirety of Star Fox 64 is stages like this. Only they're much longer and much, much harder.
It's like Galaga, but harder.
Yeah, basically a three-dimensional Galaga. Also, I like how his his face there was just him going blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what the facial recognition was.
Also...
Feck.
Yes.
Yeah, those were not my score. The pitmarthroy one is the only one that was actually mine. But if you're going for high scores in this game, there's something wrong with you.
And that's actually not a bad starship. Like, it looks pretty cool. definitely needs a wash, but like...
Yeah, it's the same way with the Great Fox as well. For whatever reason, in the older games, like, Fox's crew is supposed to be part of an army, but they kind of play a more mercenary role in this game, where they're not actually part of the army, like, they're just doing this for the money.
Contractors.
Kind of weird that they just decided to change that for one game, but they did.
But everyone else speaks English. Oh, that's a great idea.
Okay, General, but what about a weapon? Why can't I bring my blaster? It's always the same with you. Shoot first, ask questions later.
I mean, that's not unreasonable considering we just got shot at.
True.
Wait, isn't he right now using his communicator to communicate?
So the world map is pretty much useless in this game. It basically kind of just shows different locations and where they are relative to you. But the actual map you have to buy.
What?
The actual maps are bought with currency. Thankfully, they're pretty inexpensive. And then Slippy's goal is to give you advice. He actually does give decent advice most of the time.
Yeah.
Status just is your status menu. So you just want to walk directly forward from where you are now.
I'm a paranoid saver.
If it makes you feel any better, the game did not crash at all while I was playing it yesterday.
Hey, there you go. Oh, yes. Hello. Don't mind if I do.
Keep in mind, he can't understand any of this.
Right? Like... So she's saying all this stuff and he's just...
Well, he can't
whacking
understand
things
it,
with
so...
it. Take care of my staff, and it will take care of you.
She's female, by the way. So yeah, the staff can be used as a weapon, and if you go over there and see where that like little gem is on the right...
I was right. I was right.
That's not the gem. That's a mushroom. That's not to the right. There, that is, but it's too far. There you go. Like I said, literally the exact same animation.
Yay.
So this is called the Staff Energy Gem, i.e. a power gem. It increases that little meter that's near the top left. You'll use that for your abilities when your staff starts getting abilities, which will be pretty dang quickly.
Yay.
So the staff is used as a weapon, but it's also kind of used as like your multi-tool. And now you also don't have to worry about throwing bombs at boxes the entire time.
Thank God.
I don't think you ever actually lose your staff in this game. At least as Fox. Obviously Crystal lost it like right at the beginning of the game.
Can I
Also,
steal
that
a
cannot be
mushroom?
killed.
Oh,
You can only stun it so it doesn't damage you.
that's disappointing.
So
You also can't cut the grass.
No. So the way you get currency in this game primarily is you see the rocks that are over there?
These?
Yeah, if you go to one of those while your staff is out on certain parts, and I don't think you can on that one. Try the one to the left. That's not left.
I'm trying.
Whenever you get to certain points, so not the big one, the ones that are just by themselves, like that, if you mash A here, there you go, and then press B to let go of it. These are your currency.
It's a bug. Oh, it's a bug.
So you can only carry 10 right now, but you will need a set of 10. If the other one disappeared, just pull up more from the rocks. So the greens are worth 1, the reds are 5, and the oranges are worth 10. Alright, you're good on those.
Okay.
Now, I think the next place you need to go is the shop. Oh, or you could do that too. Yeah, you do want to collect those spores, so don't do that yet because it will explode, and I don't think it'll actually let you kill it yet anyway. You need an ability to make it explode.
Is this the store?
No, but it is where you need to go.
Oh, well. I was gonna go break some pots. Alright.
So unfortunately, the combat in this game is a little lackluster. It's pretty much just mashing the A button. Like, they will try to block, but it does not always work. And there's like a definitive time that they always have, no matter how quote-unquote difficult or how much health the enemy has. Or if you just find the right spacing for it, between when they block and when they stop blocking, you can just hit them every time. You're just doing it too early.
Ooh, boy. I'd feel a lot more impressed with myself if I were doing anything other than just mashing the A button.
Right? Like, it looks cool. The problem is it's just mashing A and sometimes forward. Like, there's a slight animation change that you can make happen, but it does less damage, so even though it looks cooler, it's not as useful.
Exciting. Don't say it. Oh.
I like how staff is always capitalized, too. Because it's an item. So that's where you need to go.
Okay.
That's still locked.
I know, I'm looking, seeing if it dropped any items. I'm gonna whack it.
Also, as you can probably guess, there are different colored gems, and they each have, they'll like restore more to that meter. So like the blue ones restore the most, then the red, then the yellow, then the green.
I'm beginning to sense a pattern. Hello? Is that what the sign says?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, most of the signs will just tell you, like, this way to get to this area, like Snowhorn Wastes.
Aha! Eh.
So anytime the staff glows green like that, that means you're near a power-up.
Neat. I guess that just takes me back up to the surface.
Yep, that's how you get out of here afterwards.
I do not wish to swim.
I mean, swimming's
Can I get
pretty
out?
easy in this game. All you have to do is just use the analog stick. You don't have to tap A or anything.
I'm not sure how I just jumped, but okay.
You just jump whenever you get towards an edge. You just naturally jump. Same as Ocarina. You're full on gems, by the way.
I know. What is this? Oh, is that?
That's the
Never mind.
sapling of the thing you knocked down.
You're right.
Where's the
I'm gonna
one
whack
part in
it.
the room you haven't gone to?
That.
The middle.
Ah, yes. Lightning and water. That always mixes well.
So, you got your first one, which is the Fire Blaster. So anytime you see those little red switches, this is what you use to activate them. So now, that yellow menu will be all of your staff abilities. Obviously, we get more later on. The problem with this ability is you can see you're constantly fighting the cursor because the cursor keeps trying to go back to the middle. And so aiming kind of takes some practice, unless you're just really close to the target you're trying to hit. But that will not always be the case.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So if you cancel out of that real quickly
Also,
as well,
inverted.
go back to the C menu, and instead of equipping it with A, hit Y, and then cancel out of this menu, and then you can just hit Y. So it's like equipping a C item in Ocarina of Time, so now you just have it on quick use.
This is nice.
And yes, it is inverted. For anybody at home that cannot figure that out. It's still inverted.
There we go. Nice.
Just keep in mind that every time you fire it will use up magic energy.
Nice.
So every time you see an area like that, it'll be one of two things. It'll either be an upgrade, like an ability, or it can upgrade the magic meter and extend it.
Hey, hey.
Just attack him with the staff while he's above you. There you go.
Okay. Alright. I feel like this is probably a bad idea. What is this? What is happening?
Maybe you'll be okay. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I'm just not saying anything.
Can I get up there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Okay,
the store.
so fair warning. Cover your ears when you get in here, because his voice is very sharp.
Welcome to my store. Feel free to look at the many wonderful items.
Is he a Scooby-Doo villain?
Very well might be.
Special goods and many maps. And if you like to play games,
No.
then enter the Scarab Room.
Yeah, the Scarab Room is basically a double or nothing for your money in a kind of luck-based game.
No.
Yeah. The good news is, you weren't supposed to come here first, but there is something you do need here, which is why you needed the 10 Scarabs, because that's the only way you can get it.
Right. Is that clear? Well, good. Now, hurry and choose something. Or get out. Feel free to look around. Yeah.
So you want to go into the middle one, the one that's the special goods.
So not this one.
Correct. That one's just for healing items, and I never use that one. And you're looking for the rock candy, which will just be on the thing somewhere. Yeah, that one. So this is actually one of the probably the best things about the game is this is how much they want you to pay, but you can actually change the price, which you did not do. So you can basically try
Really?
to bargain for a lower price.
Interesting.
So, like, if you were gonna try to pay 8 for it instead of 10, then you could just hit down while he's got the little thing open. And if he'll actually still sell it to you, then you can get it for less.
Interesting.
The only downside to it is, like, say it was 10 and you wanted to try to get 8 for it and you had 8 scarabs, it won't let you initially even try that unless you've got the required amount.
Interesting.
Which is why you needed all 10. Also, you're not going to be able to do the gamble game because you have no money.
I'm entirely lost. It's been like 5 seconds.
That's the exit right there.
Okay. Interesting.
So pretty much every time you fill up your wallet, you're just going to come back here and buy the maps, because the maps are only like 5 each. And even though the maps aren't super useful, there's a couple times where they come in handy.
Also, I love this climbing animation. I feel like that merits doing over and over again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one's
God.
more like ripped out of Twilight Princess, actually. Except Twilight Princess, it's slower.
That's somewhat horrifying, but, you know.
No, I mean, keep in mind, Twilight Princess was late GameCube, and then it came back on the Wii. And then it came back again on the Wii U.
Eh. Let me flip you.
You can kind of see blue spots on the rocks, and that's where you have to stand in front of them. It's kind of hard to tell whenever it's nighttime, but those are the spots you have to stand on. Typically, these scarabs will not respawn unless you leave an area and come back. I think this is one of the few times where they actually do. And there should be 2 10s. Yep.
Come here, come here, come here.
Yeah, they're not hard to catch, even though those are the fastest ones in the game, and they're still not that hard to catch. So if you want to go back and buy a couple of the maps, you can. You can buy, like, the one from here, and then the one for the area you're going to go to. Also, no, you can't jump down there. You have to climb down every single time.
That's annoying.
Yep, just a little bit.
Also, how do the dinosaurs that are nearby get down here? They cannot climb.
What do they need maps for?
What about healing items? Question mark.
They'll be fine. Alright, that's not the one you're going to next. You're looking for a Thorntail Hollow map, which will probably be in the map room, but there's a back room of this section that also has a couple maps. No. 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 Dragon Rock's like the last area you go to. Or one of the last. And Grizel Palace is actually pretty easy to navigate. Alright, that's the food one.
Is this the right way?
No. This is just like all the collectibles you can buy, but most of them are pretty easy to just find naturally, so there's no point in wasting money on it.
Is this one the right one?
Nope, that's the exit.
Is this one the right one?
Nope, that's the gamble game.
Oh my god.
They have little icons above all the doors to let you know which one's which.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the big tapestry things.
Nope. Yeah, there you go. That's one of the ones
This
you want.
one?
Yeah. And usually for the maps, you can finagle it down to 4. If you just straight up go down by 1, usually it'll still give it to you. Yeah. I don't think there's any point in the game. As far as I know, there's never a point where you can finagle it down like to a super low price, but sometimes it just means you can make like one less trip going through here. Alright, let's see, what are the other ones? Not yet. No. No. Nope, definitely not that one. No. I'm just trying to remember the name of it. Once it pops up, I'll know it. Yeah, that one.
You pay this much. Okay, I'll sell it to you.
He's so excited to buy a map.
Yep.
Like, man.
Feel free to look around, yeah.
What have I been doing?
So at this point, that's pretty much all you can do here. And pretty soon they'll give you a scare bag that'll let you hold 50 instead of 10.
At some point, eventually.
It's actually not that far in. Like, I played up through getting the first collectible that wasn't the Krazoa spirit, and I had it, like, well before that point.
Also, days are passing very quickly here.
Yeah, the day-night cycle here is pretty fast, and by and large it doesn't affect anything. It's just the dinosaurs will be asleep during the night. Just run into it, you don't have to tag it.
Come here. Okay, we get it.
Like I said, every single time.
Oh my god.
So you will want to get max of those real quick, so keep blowing up that same plant and collecting them until you're maxed out, because trust me, some areas, if you run out of them, it's a pain to try to come back and get them. I think you can hold up to 7. But basically, it's a seed where if you plant it, it will make one of those bomb spore things, and then you can blow up walls. So it's basically your bomb in this game.
So I got 4 already. Oh, okay. I see now where you've been. Okay.
No, I'm just that good. I mean,
Well, I don't
really
doubt that you can do basic memory things and count to 4.
I do, but I mean, I like the idea of me being psychic before I was like, or I guess, you know, I could have just counted to 4.
Huh?
No, disappeared.
Darn it!
It just keeps respawning, so I think, again, I'm pretty sure you can hold up to 7.
So there's also how far away you have to be from that one.
I mean, it is a bomb.
Good point. Come here, come here, come here.
Nope.
Darn it.
That will start to feel more natural eventually. By the time I was done with, like, my playing for the day, it felt way more natural. Probably because I was just used to fighting the cursor, but still. Yeah. So once the color like that is green on the number, then that means that's as many as you can collect right now.
Neat.
And you don't need them right away, but better
Why
have
not?
them now so you don't have to collect them later.
I figured a thing out on my own. I'm so proud of myself.
You did it. Now it's time for dialogue.
Are you okay? My name is Fox McCloud, and you must be the Queen Earthwalker.
What gives you that idea? Dino talk. Yeah.
Like I said, the animations are a thing.
He's done with her nonsense.
Did you get that, Slippy?
You've got to go to the ice mountain and rescue her son, the Prince Tricky.
Nice name.
Oh my god.
Lady, I'll bring your son
Extended pause.
Yeah.
Nice name. So I guess there.
Yep.
You've got to talk to that big stone guy. She called him a warp stone.
That's all I need to know. I'll be back soon, Queen. Don't you worry. Haven't you finished that translator yet?
It's nearly ready, Fox. I just need a bit more time. Slip me out.
Honestly, I kind of wish that they had just never gotten the translator done in the entire game. So it's just something they threw over your head, being like,
So,
yeah, you'll get it eventually.
Should I go back this way and explore?
I mean, you can
or-
collect that little energy thing, but that's about it. You can't actually open that door, just the little electric thing. That's all you can pick up.
Exciting! Yay!
This is a fuel cell. It's used to power the R-Wing. Rob had a few problems getting them down to the surface of Dinosaur Planet. This means they have been scattered around everywhere.
I need them eventually later.
Correct. There's a couple more you can pick up now if you want to get them. I've not played far enough for it to become an issue, but I think it was the only time I ever had to go to the store to buy collectibles was those.
Interesting.
But they're like 3 scarabs for each, and like the bag you get at the end of the game lets you hold 200 scarabs, so you can easily hold plenty by that point. Yeah, you don't have that upgrade yet.
Where am I supposed to be going?
The other way.
Come here.
I mean, you could just ignore him.
That too. Where is it?
Just keep going.
This way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can also blow that up. Apparently, I don't remember that. You might as well try it, though.
Sure.
I didn't blow that up when I played yesterday. So you just plant it and then set it on fire.
Yay. Oh, okay. What did this accomplish?
That's a good question.
What is the point? Oh!
Ah, okay.
Also, the day-night cycle, I think I've already said this, is
Oh, that's how you
very-
get to these, okay. I'll have to remember that when I go back to play later.
Hello? Eh. Hello? Hello? Eh. Alright. Well, that was exciting. Alright.
I like how bomb just grows that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you can hit it in the leaf too, so you should be fine on that.
Also, he doesn't even care.
No, you can hit him with the staff if you want.
I feel bad. He's
Dinosaur
dead asleep.
abuse.
Give me that.
I think there's another bomb plant you can blow up if you keep going down this path as well. Yeah, just saw the patch for it.
Another thing I can't do yet.
No, those torches will go out later and you'll have to relight them. And you can't get past her.
This isn't really a good time to talk.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Nobody ever brings me gifts anymore.
I told you.
Get out of my swamp!
I told you, he sounds like Shrek. It's really bad. Because it's like that fake accent that you can tell is fake.
Alright. So...
So keep going along that path, the other direction from it though. And just walk past the warp stone.
Or just fall.
Or you can do that, sure.
Can I get out?
No, it'll automatically let you out if you can. There you go. I think this just leads to more of the energy cores, but you might as well get them now. And you can probably lift that rock too when you're out of this section. Yep. Alright, so you've already actually got the gift for the warp stone, but if you want to go back to the store and buy more of the maps or something, then you can.
Right now?
Yeah, if you want to, that's up to you.
Do I actually need them?
You don't need them, they just help, that's all.
I think I'll need
I think
all the
you-
help I can get.
I think in the shop you only actually need like 2 items from there, and one of them you've already gotten, which is the rock candy gift for him. The other thing you need is the Snowhorn artifact, but you need 130 for that, so you won't be getting it till much later. But it's enough to where like you can get the maps so easily. Like I've played through again getting the second collectible of the game, and I've already bought every single map.
Wow.
And like I was not actively trying to go get money either. It was just like, oh well, I've got full wallet. I'm just gonna go buy some of these, and so then you just go and do it. And I've also bought, except for the Snowhorn artifact, which is 130, I've bought every one of the special items as well. So getting all the items in this game is not hard at all.
This one?
Yeah, I'd go and get that one. That one's coming up relatively soon.
You paid this much. No, that's too low.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go with 5. He kind of quote-unquote resets after time, but if you like try to bargain too many times in a row, eventually he just won't let you until a certain time passes. Alright, what other ones does he have? No. Yes, get that one.
You pay this much. No, that's too low. Okay, I'll sell it to you.
So apparently bargaining 3 times is too many times.
Yep. I think the first thing I bought when I came in here on my playthrough was the rock candy, and I actually got it lowered by 2. And at that point, he wouldn't, like, let me bargain anymore.
Many surprises.
I mean, understandable.
I mean, I got the thing for 20% off, basically.
Right?
Just because I was like, I want to pay 10 for this. I'll give you 8. Yeah, you'll have to come back here later. That just leads up to an area with a couple of scarabs. That's all.
I'm loving the rolling thing, to be honest. But that's just kind of who I am as a person, I suppose.
You're that person that hops sideways across Hyrule Field to get there faster.
Probably. Again, I've never played a Zelda game through by myself in my life, so...
True, but you watched me play most of Ocarina of Time in one sitting.
Good point.
Do you remember how much of that... Well, no, I think you would, like, watch the start of it and the end of it, and then you had to leave for work.
I did.
I think that's what it was. I know you saw the final boss battle, though.
I saw a lot of it,
You
though.
saw how pathetically easy the final boss was because you can just roll between his legs and then attack him and just do that
Right.
over and over. Alright, so now you can talk to Warpstone, but instead of talking to him, whenever you get up there, just switch to the C item. So yeah, the candy. There you go.
A lovely sweetie.
That's how I eat candy too, with my hands just like really close to my face, like that. Otherwise it might fall out.
Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
1 or 2?
Either.
1, but not 2.
It reminds me of the peg-legged.
Oh, it totally does, yeah.
Yeah.
Help you? No.
But you're a warp stone. You're supposed to help.
I like how he went from I won't help to I'll help because he's supposed to help. I won't help you. You're supposed to. Alright, I'll help.
Select on the control stick. Then I'll send you to one of those warp stone thingies. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Crikey.
If you push forward on the control stick, then you can enter the maze.
Oh god, I fear that.
Don't worry, you're never actually going to go into that maze.
Now this one's a bit special. When you have collected a Krazoa spirit, then push right on the control stick. And I'll send you to Krazoa Palace. Now, you know what I do. So hurry up and make your choice.
So, left?
Yeah. So basically, very quickly, for reference's sake, obviously you can't go right because you have no Krazoa spirit. The game well maze, there are cheat tokens in this game. There are 6 that are scattered throughout the game, and you can drop them into wells to get cheats. And the cheats are bad. They're literally just like alternate color palettes you can select at the start of the game. So there's like a monochrome one, there's like an old school blurry one. That's all the cheat tokens do. They can't change your costume or anything like that. The monochrome one looks kind of cool, but we're not going to bother getting the cheat tokens.
I mean, yeah.
Because you have to pay like 20 scarabs for each cheat token as well, so it's a waste of money on top of everything else. So yeah, Ice Mountain.
Are you ready for war?
No, I'm gonna back out now.
This is pretty much the only time you'll ever actually use him to warp besides warping to Krazoa Palace, because Ice Mountain's very easy to get to, again, once you've gotten through it. Because it'll just unlock a gate, and the gate's gonna lead right back into the valley.
I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't, like, just wind back and throw me. Because honestly, that would have been hilarious.
Oh, it would have been great.
Oh, you can light yourself on fire.
Yep.
That's good to know. Oh no, it's Star Wars. I mean...
You're giving this game too much credit. I don't even like Star Wars, but this game is not as good as Star Wars. And that's coming from somebody who tried to watch the original trilogy and fell asleep halfway through. And then tried to watch 4, 5, and 6 and also fell asleep halfway through.
The original trilogy was 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I know. Original being 1, 2, and 3 because they come first in the sequence. Really, original can refer to either. Because
Yeah.
Star Wars didn't think through what they were doing.
Though, in your defense, 1, 2, and 3 kind of sucked.
Yeah. I woke up for, like, the last part of 3, and it was okay. But, like, 1 was a drag. I think I got, like, 2/3 of the way through 1, and then just missed 2 completely.
I think the only thing that saved that movie was Ewan McGregor.
Probably.
It's in the tree. Why can't I knock it down?
That's just an obstacle, it's not a gem.
Oh.
Or not an obstacle, it's just a, like, aesthetic thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's go looking over here. Okay, so that's that.
This actually took me a second because I didn't find the bomb when I first came through here. I just missed that completely. Good enough. That works. Again, as long as you can get through, it doesn't really matter.
Again, it looks so cool and I want to be proud, but it's just...
If you want to change up the attack animation slightly, roll and then do an attack. Oh, well, it's not going to work now. You have to be targeted on an enemy for that to happen. Oh, well.
Oh well. Okay, where was that?
Back towards the start of the area.
Okay.
Oh, but there's a little bomb thing you can blow up too.
Right here?
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah, this is one of the things you could buy the cheat token if you had enough money. But even if you had full wallet, it's 20, so...
I'll give you a cheat token.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's nice and creepy.
Hey little kid, you want a cheat token? How handy are these? This is right there for I need stuff, you know?
Yep, and things. And it's to your left.
Take it back now, y'all.
Also, if you fail this upcoming segment, do not feel bad. The first time I played this, I failed it over 20 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And when I replayed it earlier yesterday, I still failed it one time before I got it correct.
Oh my god.
And I knew what I was doing, and I still messed it up. Because I remember this giving me more trouble than pretty much any other section in the game. Except for maybe the very end.
Oh no. Oh no. This goes badly.
Yep. And the steering's not the greatest on this, so just A to accelerate, B to brake, and control stick to turn. So, I thought whenever I was first playing this, that you had to beat them to the end. And you're not supposed to beat them to the end. You're supposed to hit them enough times to make both of them crash. Which is why I failed it like 20 times. But the trick to this is it's very easy to fail it the first time because they get a head start on you in the cutscene. If you replay it, they don't get that head start, which is kind of stupid. But also, it's very easy to skip sections of the course that don't look like they can be skipped.
Come here. Come here. Come here. I keep trying to drift like in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, no, there's no drifting. Yeah, so the trick is basically doing sort of what you're doing. You want to get behind them, and then when you're in a small area, just slam on the brakes, and they'll just run into you over and over until they die. And there's one of those spots that you can get ahead of both of them at the very start of the race. Because you're at the end of it right now. I don't know why he didn't just dive into both of them and just, like, straight up drive the vehicle into them, but, you know, that's just me.
Alright, so let's...
So yeah, now without the cutscene,
try
you
this
actually have a
again,
better
question
chance
mark?
at it.
Okay. Come here. God.
Yes, the trick is you can take a massive shortcut right here and get ahead of one of them. And if you can stay ahead of them or get ahead of both of them until that area right here, you can just slam on the brakes and they can't do anything.
Come here.
And that's pretty much the only way I've figured out how to do it relatively effectively, is just by doing that. Is just getting ahead of them, waiting for an enclosed area, and then just slamming on the brakes.
Hi.
Because it doesn't matter how hard you hit them, it's the amount of times. And it's 4, I think, for both of them. So trying to get 8
Good
hits on a course
Lord.
that's this small without doing that is almost impossible.
Damn. Good Lord.
Yeah, this might be one part that I actually do just because of how much of a pain it is.
It's not necessarily like...
It's almost like the steering works too well. Like, it's honestly like it plays like a car. Like, once it starts turning far, it starts turning really far.
God help you if you run into anything.
Oh yeah, if you run into anything, you're pretty much done. Because they don't rubber band at all in this.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm doing pretty well, though, considering this is my first time playing on this course. Ow! Okay.
You had to say it.
Well, I can never seem to see that boulder every single time, you know?
It's just 'cause it blends in too well.
There's one. There's 2.
Alright, you got that
and
one.
4.
See what I mean about just getting them
Yes.
stuck, though? It's way easier than actually
Yeah.
trying to hit them proper
Right?
4 times.
Yeah, because like you turn to a certain extent and it just stops. Okay, how did that not
That
count
was
as
3
4?
hits. I think it was 3 hits.
Come here. Come here. I'm just following the fire. I can't even see him anymore.
It's like F-Zero when a machine's about to explode.
God.
Because that's what happens. The smoke, or the engine starts to catch on fire and smoke.
Ugh.
It's great.
This is terrible. Come here. Because, like, it's blocking a lot of the road, too.
Yeah.
Hang on. I already defeated one of you.
Yeah, he respawned.
That's cheating.
Hey, I never said the game was fair. You've watched me play F-Zero to know that racing games aren't fair.
Good point. So basically, for at least one of them, you go as fast as you can, and then you break every rule that your brain tells you about racing games. You slam into the side as hard as possible. Darn.
So if you avoid this rock right here, after you've gone through the section where the path splits, just take a really hard right. And you can just go through all that snow, because the snow doesn't slow you down at all. There's no off-road. Like, there's either you hit an obstacle or you don't. But there's no off-roading like hazards. So if you fall into the deep snow, it's gonna go as fast as you would if you were on like the best part of the course, quote unquote. Because unfortunately, the way that the course is set up, it gets to a certain point where there's just no way you can catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go in between those trees very easily.
You can.
I
Just
said
not well.
Yeah, I said not very easily. I didn't say you couldn't.
Oh man, that was bad. We'll just pretend that this what the hell? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna get
I think
motion
that's another
sick
spot
real
you can
quick.
take a huge shortcut right there on the left, as you can skip
I'm
all
also
that.
glad that you can't go through any of the trees at all.
I mean, you are a tangible fox with an actual body, so...
I mean, you can go through the lower branches as a fox. You're a small fox. Alright. I'm glad they wait for you.
Yeah, it's very nice of them to do that.
Alright, let's try this again.
I'm still surprised that they don't take health away for losing that.
God.
Or, like, give you some sort of penalty other than you have to do this over again.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Come here. 2.
Yeah, if you want me to do this one, I will do it, because it was incredibly aggravating when I first tried to play this.
That was my bad. That was my stupid again. Whoa! So you take the turn too hard and it's just, alright, I'm gonna...
Yeah, which is
Darn.
weird why there's shortcuts, quote unquote, where you're supposed to take a turn really hard.
Exactly! Alright. Here we go. Let's try this again. I will give up at some point, but I'm gonna try again.
At what point do we mercy kill it?
Like, don't mistake me as attempting because I really believe I can do it. I just want to do it to where I don't hit the stupid boulder at the first part of it.
I guess that's fair.
That's all I'm going for at this point. I'm aware I'm not going to do it well.
The best part is somebody who's played it a lot recently, I can assure you that F-Zero races better than this. Like, it might be unfair, but at least the controls work. Alright, so when you get in that cave, just slam on the brakes. Alright, he's out.
Nice.
So yeah, if you're fast enough, you can do that to both of them, and at this point, you pretty much just race to the end with no obstacles in the way at all. At that point, you could literally just drive as slow as you wanted to, and it wouldn't matter.
I'm still not sure what gets me on that turn, but whatever.
I think it's just you're taking the turn inside too much.
Probably. Darn it. And now I'm just chasing this fireball that is literally blocking the entire trail. Nice and annoying. Ah! Damn it!
There we go. You're still gonna have to finish the race, though. They actually make you do. The best part is, watch the cutscene here when you actually get to the end.
They're both gonna be there?
Yeah, they're both still there.
Oh, nice. That's not how I imagined that ending, but okay.
This is how slow-mo works. We have to show it multiple times.
Nice. What I want to know is, how did you get down here? That doesn't help.
What?
I can't understand you.
Thank God.
I don't think he'll be doing any bashing. He's been captured. That's why I've been sent to rescue you. He's been captured? That's right.
Yeah, because he can't fly.
To find you. Is she okay?
Dude, no.
She'll be just fine.
Did you see her?
You home.
Is he gonna follow me?
Yep.
Good.
He's going to be your sidekick for the rest of the game. Get used to him.
Really?
Yep.
I'm disappointed.
It could be worse. It could be Resident Evil 4's escort mission. Thank God it's not Resident Evil 4's escort mission. Literally the worst part of that game. So these mushrooms, they're going to be your new friends. Thankfully they're asleep because it's turning to day, because the mushrooms are asleep during the day and awake during night. You're going to be needing these things constantly. Because he's got a bunch of commands that he can do where he can like find buried treasure in the ground, and anytime you use any command for him, he'll use up one of the little mushroom things towards the top left. And so if he runs out, you're not able to perform any more commands with him.
So you have to bribe him with food.
Yep, you pretty much have to be feeding him each time you do a command. Also, that will still damage you, just like the torches.
Interesting. I didn't think it would let you just run into it. But okay. So...
You just looked right at it.
Did I?
Yeah. You did it. Okay, so first things first, you have to feed him.
Can you find any blue mushrooms? I'm feeling real tired.
Yeah, it's gonna be in your inventory. Like that. So that's the final set of menus. Blue is going to be all the stuff that Tricky can do.
Oh my god.
Dig a hole, dig a hole. And it's a switch.
Ah.
The problem is it can be picky about this, yeah. And he actually does have to be standing on it. He doesn't go directly where you are. There you go.
So he's basically a glorified dog.
Yep.
Is there anything else I need to do here?
No, that was it.
Also, I'm glad he got off the thing so I could...
So you could run into the fire.
Yeah. So I could be trapped in that thing forever and ever. Okay. So... let's climb down towards the lava.
You've had a good track record with fire so far.
Yep. Again, it's weird not having to jump. Come here.
Yeah, you can't sneak up on those.
Darn.
If you ever
Okay.
actually have trouble getting them, I think you can hit them with the fire blaster effect too.
Oh, okay. Why did that take 2 mushrooms?
It didn't. You used up one to find the secret initially, and then one to do that one.
But I just got another one.
You haven't fed it to him, though.
Can I just go ahead and feed it to him?
Yeah, you can. This is another one of those items you will constantly want to be stocked up on, by the way. You can hold up to 15. Hope no one wanted to see what was in that.
It's probably fine.
That was money.
Oh my god.
They were just following you down there.
Dude, I'm just kicking the snot out of them.
I mean, you literally are getting to play, like, combat that is very well suited to you. It's just mashing one button.
Exactly.
Which is why I picked this game over the other one I was going to have you do, because in the other one, if you mash the buttons to attack, they penalize you bad for it. And it's going to be great to watch after this.
Oh my god. Can I...
No. I actually tried to figure out a way to get up there whenever I was playing, and then I realized it was just that thing right there, because I tried to do the same thing on the other side. Because it's like, oh, there's no trees on the other side, so you can probably get up the side, but no.
No. Well, I technically don't need this, but still.
Yeah, you really don't need it.
Whatever. Don't worry about it.
I thought you were actually going to go back up and get it. I'm like, it's not that important, don't worry about it.
Ow! I'm offended.
And you have rights.
Alright, where you at, you little shit? Oh,
Getting chased by those.
proud of you,
Do
kid.
you want to try doing the roll attack, by the way? You have to roll toward, yeah, like that. He just got hit, that was all. Luckily, they give you plenty of them to beat up in this area. I do it now after this combo's done. The other, like, do the regular combo, and then while they're stunned, then hit them with it.
Turkey, are you crazy? Just leave the sharp claws to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Fox, if ever you need me to come back, you just use my heal command.
He's the dog.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh my god.
Also, you have to admit, Sharp Claw and, like, all the other names they give from Earthwalkers definitely sound like they got ripped straight out of...
Come here!
Keep in mind, the first Land Before Time movie was late 90s. Might have actually been late 80s. Wasn't there, like, a huge gap between the first and second one?
I have no idea.
Because there was that whole debacle with the girl who played Ducky.
Yeah.
And then there was that douchebag outside with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
If he ever, like, gets close enough where I can shoot at him... If there was ever an invention I wish I could create for this street, it's just where I could press a button and, like, those things come up where they pop tires if you drive the wrong way on them.
Oh my god.
It'd be great. Also, he's full, you don't need to feed him.
Oh. Interesting. Don't find me.
No, that was Fox saying that.
Oh. Yay!
You got a thing.
Interesting.
I thought you were about to walk into the fire again.
I nearly did.
No, you can't actually set that one on fire.
Well, what I was gonna say is, do I need to do it again?
Not on that. That's just a pile of wood. I thought you could set it on fire with
Oh,
a fire
this
blast.
is?
Yeah. Well, is it? I don't know. I can't actually tell.
Because it looks
'Cause I'm
like the
now
thing...
laying down.
Here.
Okay. There is a pile of wood somewhere, and I was like, oh, you could probably use like the fire blaster to set it on fire, but you can't.
No, yeah, it's just another...
Yeah, go ahead and get it.
Thing.
You do need at least 2, I think, to finish this area. There should be another area that you can find a dig spot.
Yes.
Or an enemy. Actually, was that it right there? Did you just go past it? Or is that one you'd already digging up? Or dug up? Left?
This one?
No, that's a wall. It should just be a spot in the ground to your left. Because this is another important item if I remember correctly. You don't need it, but it helps a lot. Oh no, never mind, it's not that one. There is another one here though.
Also, awesome.
It's a rock.
Not even remotely the same time period, but whatever.
I mean, it's dinosaur planet, not historical accuracy planet.
I mean, good point. I have enough.
I know there's another spot in the ground where you can find that item. Just don't know where it is.
Okay. Help? Come here. It's right there. Okay.
You should only have to hit it once. After that, it'll be stunned. You can just run into it. No, there is a spot where you can find another one. I know there is.
It's right here.
Didn't you already dig that one? It looked like it was dug.
I have no idea. Is that what it looks like when it's dug?
Yeah, because it's flat whenever it's not. I know it's not that far back. It's still gonna be in that area. It might be in the center, maybe. Yeah, like where that tree is. I'm trying to remember where I found it because I know I found it here. That one has not been dug up though. It's gotta be that one.
Yeah. Does that make me a bad person? Probably.
Nah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
That was the reason I was looking for it. You're gonna want to save those.
Okay.
You will see why shortly.
Oh.
So those are never required, and I don't think that one is either. I don't think any of these are required, but having the higher magic helps a lot.
Is this it?
That's it. So if it's got water that's like surrounding the center area, then it's an upgrade, and if it's one that looks like that has no water, that means it's the upgrade for your just energy. Also, it does reset the mushrooms as well. jumped right into the wall.
I don't need to do that again, right?
No.
What is happening? For a second, I thought he was wearing boots, and I was
No.
confused and concerned.
Oh, hey, that egg respawned.
Woo.
I swear there is a different collectible that you've not seen yet that is in this area.
Does it have to do with that?
It's not those, no. That's the energy cores, and those are a chore to get to. So really, they're not even worth it for 2 of them. Maybe it's not in this area. I could be wrong.
Did I give him the stuff?
Yeah, you give him the alpine roots.
Rude.
That's better. I tell you what, young'un, I'll help you out. Here you are, my boy. This is a scarab bag. By collecting scarabs, you'll be able to buy many useful items.
And a couple that are completely useless.
$50.
Bring me another root.
Yeah, he only gets them one at a time, so you should have the other one still in your inventory.
Oh my god.
So you can push that block over to the energy cores if you want to go get them, or just push it towards the exit. Which if you stand on the other side of it, like the opposite side of where you're facing it. Not that side, one more. And just push it forward, then it'll just go straight to the area it needs to go to. So if you want to try and go and get the other ones, you can, but you don't have to. And you can also actually move it sideways while you're pushing it too. This game actually did surpass Ocarina of Time in one aspect. You don't actually have to like switch sides. If you just hold left, then it will move it left.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
I think they used that as some basis for some Zelda puzzles, but it was still always frustrating as a player that you couldn't do that. Especially after you had the power gauntlets. Yeah, just walk away from it and then walk towards it again, and it should let you climb up it automatically without hitting A.
How is he gonna join me?
He will in a second, don't worry about it. It's one of those things where the AI will just respawn when they're next to you, because there's just no way they could foreseeably do it.
Don't worry about it.
Also, yes, there is hypothermia water here, so don't fall in there.
That's the first thing I'll do.
I keep typing in the wrong thing to search something.
Called him just to whack him with my stick. I apologize.
Yeah!
Heck?
Oh, is this it? Was it down here? It totally was. Okay.
Interesting.
So it's called a Bafam Dad.
Dad?
It's basically a fairy from Ocarina of Time. If you die, it brings you back to life.
Interesting.
You can only hold one right now, but when you get back, if you've got 20 scarabs, you can buy the holder that lets you hold 10. Which
That's too
yeah,
much.
which seems like way too many, because at most in Zelda you can hold 6 fairies, and that's a Majora's Mask, I think.
Oi, come here.
So the fact you can hold 10's a bit much.
Oi. Nice. Yay. Candy from a baby. Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna go look over here for a
I don't
little
remember
bit.
that command. What?
Do you hear that?
Do I hear what?
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm busy doing research here.
So good. There wasn't anything in that? Hang on.
What are you doing?
I think I just broke something.
Just back away from whatever you're... There's nothing over there.
Huh.
It's just a wall.
Interesting.
You pay these scarabs to cast.
No. 24. 24. Can I do that?
You pass. But don't
Are you trying to make a SpongeBob joke?
No. Ow.
Because he only takes 20. That's still an even number.
No, he took 25.
Oh. When I played, it was 20. I know because I had exactly 20.
Interesting. So this is a lot like... Can I help you? Can I help you?
No, you can't kill those. You need an ability you don't have yet.
Oh. Oh, that's just the way back. Okay. Okay, which way is not the way back out?
I don't know, I'm still
Oh,
busy
wait.
doing research on something.
I think this is the correct way now. Yes, it is. I'm gonna break the pot. Ah. Oh no. Is this hypothermia water?
No.
Hmm.
And there is a current. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is one.
No, yeah, I feel it.
Is it pushing you away? Did it push you away from that switch or towards it?
Away.
Okay, then go ahead and just follow the current. Basically, you're going to come back to this area and you'll have to switch the current, but until that happens, you don't have to worry about it. You can just go past everything. Yeah, so apparently there's only 4 items in the shop that you actually have to buy. This has all the bargain prices too, so I'll keep that up for later. Seems my iPad would like to actually get out of that menu and go back to Twitch. That's just going to take you back to where you were.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This room is a mirror if you look at the map, so it's supposed to look like you just went from where you came.
Oh.
That's actually where you're supposed to go. It's a different way. That's why that's still there. Unfortunately, a lot of areas in the game are like that.
Interesting.
Now you're back.
Yay.
Are you ready to watch Tricky Defy Physics? That would certainly break his ankles.
Mm.
Don't worry about it. I just jumped down something about 10 times my height, if not more.
This is not. Is this the correct way?
To find where his mom is? No.
Okay. I thought so.
If you want to go recollect the scarabs that are in, like, the rock circles, though, you can and go buy stuff.
Come here. Come here.
And that should be 48.
Okay. Ow.
That's the way to the story progress. That's fire.
Yeah, I got that.
You're setting yourself on fire.
Some men just want to watch themselves burn.
I feel like having fur would only make getting set on fire just that much worse, because it'd be that much harder to put out.
Exactly. Also, I have no recollection for where the,
Oh, you should probably get more of the seeds too, the bomb seeds, while
Yep.
you're here.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm also thinking you're standing too close to it. Yep.
Definitely. Do I have regrets? Absolutely. Am I gonna make this mistake again? Absolutely. How many can I have at one time? Yeah.
7. It's easy for me to say that because, again, I just played this early this morning / last night.
Where'd you
Which is
go?
why I'm laying back now, because I played Terraria for over 6 hours and then played this for another 4.
Good night.
I did a lot of research and stuff for the projects that I had planned.
Alright.
Left. Other left. Keep going left. That's still not left. You just passed it.
I'm trying my best. This is the store, this isn't...
Yeah, I thought you were going to the store because you're full of money.
I mean, I guess we could. I was gonna go find the mom or whatever, but...
I think it resets the scarabs, though, when you activate that cutscene. It might.
Oh.
So you might as well do this now. So you can either
more
do the maps or the special items. Either one.
Which ones are gonna be more useful? Hello?
I'm trying to think what area's next. Give me a second. Probably start with the maps, and we'll just run through them. If there's none that you need to get to right away, we'll go back to the special items. What do we have left? No, that's not gonna come up immediately. No. No. I'm just thinking of areas I've gone to thus far. That will come up relatively soon. Let me check what the bargain price is before you buy it, though. Since I have it up. As soon as it's done crashing. There we go.
Of course.
Okay, this one's Volcano 4. Yeah, it's 9.
Okay, I'll set it.
Some of them can go down by 2. And the artifact that's 130, you can actually lower it by 20.
Wow. Ooh, excuse me.
There are many surprises within my store.
There is a back area in this thing with the maps, though. I don't remember if it leads to a secret, if there actually is more maps back there. I think it just leads to the secret, which you don't have the stat. Yeah, you don't have the staff upgrade for it yet.
No.
The room with the special objects also has maps in it, though, so there might be some in
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say, let's go look.
Because I think you're going to go to the Dark Ice Mines next, but the Force Point's not going to be in this run, but it will be pretty close to it. No. That's not coming up anytime soon. You will need that. You will need the Firefly Lantern. Which you can get that one for... $17.
Okay, I'll set it to you.
The funny part is, though, you can buy fireflies from this guy without having the lantern, so you can pay 10 scarabs for literally nothing, because it won't even store them for you.
Oh my god.
Hurry and choose something. Or get out.
I've literally been buying stuff from you for the last
I know, it's because
couple
you're
months.
mashing A after you get out of that menu. That's why it's having him talk to you.
Cape Claw.
Yeah, you can't buy that. Check the back room of this area, because it's also got maps. If not, then we'll get that. No, don't really need that. That one's not too bad. And that's not going to be for a while. There should be one more, though. Dragon Rock. Nah. You might be able to get the Krozoa Palace one, because that'll be kind of soon. Because I think you can get that one for 3.
You pay this much.
Yeah, you can get it for 3.
No,
Alright,
that's
so I can
too
move that.
low.
Alright, then back out of this, then. Because otherwise you're going to be one short for getting the bag. Because the bag's going to be more important than that will be.
Well, if I pay 4 for this, and then...
It's not going to let you. It's like you can only get stuff at a discount 3 times while you're in the store, and after that he'll just say it's too low.
Oh,
That was why I
gross.
kicked you out. It wasn't that you did it wrong, just it has its limits.
You pay this much.
Nah.
No, that's too low.
Alright.
Also, there's no upside to buying things more expensive. He doesn't give you, like, any sort of... It doesn't, like, reset his cooldown or anything. So there's no upside to paying more for an item than what he asks.
Why would you pay more for an item?
Well, because, like, in some games, if you pay more, then it actually does give you, like, better things.
And that's the item that lets you hold 10 fairies.
Yep.
Wild.
Yep. It's kind of dumb. You don't have them with you right now.
Yeah.
Other way.
Yeah. In my defense, it's dark and raining out.
That's true. You are still going the wrong way, though.
I'm glad. Am I getting warmer?
Yes.
What about now?
Yep. You murder those mushrooms. You're full on them, but you might as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here, guys. Mission accomplished. Contact General Pepper so we can get paid.
She is gonna be okay, isn't she, Fox?
She's dead.
Are you sure?
No, her eye just opened and she looked at you.
The planet's not back together yet.
The Queen needs my help. Fox out. Is there anything we can do for her?
We need to find white grub tubs. My mom gives them to me when I'm not feeling well.
You're right. I definitely trust the medical advice of a child.
Yep, sure do. I don't even know if... Honestly, this section coming up is one of the most annoying points in the game. A lot of them are towards the start, and the game gets a lot better later on with the locations. So you can get another fairy if you dig that one spot that was like right next to the store, if you want to.
Yeah. Let's go over this way. We're at White Grub Tub.
Yeah, you're not gonna find them here specifically. They're in one tiny location that you needed Tricky for, that you couldn't get to earlier in the game.
Alright.
So if you want to go hunt for more scarabs again and get more stuff out of the store, you can. If they reset, I'm not sure if they did or not, but only one way to find out.
Okay, here's that one spot?
It was right in front of the store. And then the spot you want to actually go to progress is, yeah, that way. Left, there you go. You'll have a dig spot on the side of the wall towards where you're facing. A little bit to the left. It's that circle thing, yeah.
I see it.
Now.
Okay, Tricky. You stay here. I'll go search down there.
But I need to help my mom.
And you will be by staying out there.
Okay, Fox, but hurry up. My mom looked real bad.
She really did. Which is a yo mama joke in of itself, but whatever. What just happened?
You attacked and it freaked the camera out.
I mean, I'd be freaked out too. Awesome. Okay.
Still can't kill those.
I know. I'm trying to keep it stunned for long enough that it doesn't do that.
Just ignore them.
Good point. But I want those boxes.
Still can't use that.
Well.
Alright, can you solve the puzzle in this room?
The answer may not surprise you.
It probably won't.
Oh my god.
That's not the answer. Also, those cannot be killed.
That's disappointing.
They put a lot of indestructible enemies in this game. Reminds me of the good old days.
Wait, can I jump on top of it?
No.
Okay, so I need to find something to stand on.
No, I just saw one thing. You just passed it. And don't think about what you can stand on, just anything you can interact with. So right now you've got Fire Blaster for your ability. You don't need Tricky's abilities. You have the Bomb Seeds.
Oh.
What else do you have?
Why is it vibrating?
Because the staff is glowing green, which should be an indicator of something.
Oh yeah. I remember now. This is way too close.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about it.
The best part is there's sometimes where you can get hurt right when you pick a new item up, and so he'll just be flashing red throughout the cutscene. It's great.
Perfect. Alright. Oh no.
See, that's why you shouldn't mash buttons.
Well, the worst part is it wasn't even that I was mashing it. I was like, oh hey, I wonder what this A button does.
Wow, good job.
Because I totally forgot.
College graduate level thinking right there.
Yep. Alright. Do I want to grab these already? I'm going to grab one.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a magic upgrade in terms of, like, more magic.
Because, like, it's an ability.
Yep.
because there's water. I have a degree. Pretty hard, man.
So all those little icons that you've been seeing on the ground that you couldn't do anything with, now you can do something with them. Also, do
Nice.
not feel bad. It is impossible to make that jump off of there and not land in the water. I've literally checked. It cannot be done.
I mean, there's water. You might as well jump in it.
Well, it's weird because you can make the jump to the platform, just not off of the platform. But
Don't worry about
it's
it.
the same distance. I guess maybe one of them's just a little bit lower than the other one, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Also, you already grabbed them all. They're not going to respawn.
I know. I'm double checking to make sure there's not another door or anything.
No, there never is.
New. I must go. My people need me. Alright.
Alright, so there's a couple rocket boost pads you've already gone past. One's in this room and one's in the previous room.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it is now, though. Oh, hi. Thanks. Aha. Can I...
Can you solve the puzzle?
No.
Alright, so that one just led to energy. That's just for more bomb spores. That one doesn't actually do anything. There's some drugs.
I guess just go back to the other room. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Here. No. I thought I set that as the...
No, you just used A.
Remind me how to reset that?
You just set it for
There
Y.
we go. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh god, that was not worth it at all.
Nope, you just wasted all the health that you got.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
The game does not appreciate what you're trying to do. Also, you're still going the wrong way.
Fine. I'm also almost dead. Love that.
So now you're back in the second room, just up higher. I'd suggest not jumping off.
Agreed. However, I'm also dying.
Keep in mind, if you don't want to deal with the mushrooms by actually hitting with the staff, you can hit them with a fire blast from a distance, and that will also stun them.
Good point.
You did it.
Damn
You
it.
fired from long distance.
I should have.
Do you wish to get a game over, or use one of your fairies?
Like, are there a lot of fairies around? I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's a lot of fairies.
I've never come close to actually getting a game over while playing this. Not even my first attempt at playing the game.
I did, but that's just because I was a moron.
No, I mean like using up all the Bafom dads possible. The crystal segment doesn't really count. Can you solve the puzzle?
I'm not sure why this is the right place to stop at. Why this is the right place to explode things, but you know what? Whatever.
Every place is a good place to make things explode. This is also why.
Can I jump off now?
Yep.
Can I?
You did it!
Ow.
Also, I like to call the fall damage in this game pre-depression fall damage. Kind of like how the currency was in the United States pre-depression, where some things that were really small were expensive to buy, but very big things were cheap to buy because of how the economics worked. The fall damage in this game, you can take fall damage from not falling very far, but you can also... I've made literally the longest fall possible in the game, and it only does half a heart of damage.
Oh my god.
Very good. Good, excellent.
That's also why you wanted the lantern, because otherwise he would have told you to turn around and go all the way back.
Not you.
It was me!
Hello.
Hello.
I tried. How did that... How did that not blow up the ladder? Light it on fire a little bit?
It'll be fine. Alright, so this is the area where you can actually find the white grub tubs. Like that one.
Nice. I'm glad.
See, there you go. Now you're flashing red in the cutscene.
Perfect.
So you need to find 6 of them. So there's 1. There's only 6 in the game, so don't even bother waiting for him to respawn.
Don't jump down that way. Note to self. Do they all grow, like, right next to the...
They're always in the same place each playthrough. Some of them are pretty easy to get to,
Excuse
some of them
me.
are a colossal pain.
And all of them I'm going to have to chase.
Yep. This is a firefly. You'll be
Thanks.
needing these very shortly.
Thanks. Come here.
I was really hoping he was going to jump off, or you were going to jump off.
Did I grab it, though?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You can check your inventory, too. It won't be on the bottom, but your inventory will show you how many of them you have.
Also, I definitely just jumped as far down, and it didn't... Whatever. Come here. Where are you?
Yeah, you can't actually attack it. You just have to walk into it. Sometimes they'll just float up higher. There you go. So there's a pathway off to the left. You can't see it from where you're standing, but there is one there.
Oh yeah, this one?
Yeah. This is where you're going to need your firefly. Yeah, it'll be under lantern. These don't last for forever, though.
Come here. Come here.
One of the other things you'll need before you leave this area, though, is the pillar that's in the center of this area. You can explode and make that fall down. There's a little thing right there.
I love that it's, like, very bright.
Alright, now you can leave this area.
Okay.
How many do you have now? Is it 3 or 4? I wasn't paying attention to your inventory. 3. Okay,
3.
so you got half of them. Alright, so the thing you knocked down should allow you to do a platforming segment somewhere else.
somewhere
It won't be in there.
else.
It'll just be one of the pathways you haven't taken. Yeah, there's a bombable wall there. Or as we usually say in Zelda, it's a bomb you can wall. Wow, that does stand out like a sore thumb.
And that's the only thing I can see right now?
Yeah?
Cause... Where are you at?
She's another Firefly. They're pretty much only used in this section of the game, if I remember correctly.
Come here. Come here. Gosh, diddly darn it. Okay, what else? Oh
I
god.
think that's all that's in this section. It was just exploding that to make the thing clear. The last two should be in a section that you need to platform across, which is why you broke that pillar earlier with the first bomb that you used.
Yes. This way?
Yeah, that should be it. Because there's two different rocket boost staff things that are in here. Also, I'm glad you could do something about that enemy game. Thanks for doing that. I would suggest not falling down there.
So how do I jump?
Just keep moving while you're towards the edge and just keep holding forward.
Yikes.
Yep, there's the last two. I like how the game tried to target the box instead.
Where'd you go?
Remember, you can turn it. You can hit L to focus the camera behind you. Also, I'm pretty sure he went back down that pathway. Yep.
Come here.
There you go. Now you can leave.
I want more.
No, they only give you 6.
No, 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 no. Of those.
Oh, well then blow it up. Just keep in mind they're not going to be easy to catch because they're going to fall down the thing. There's one back in Thorntail Hollow you can get that's a lot easier to get the spores from.
Good point.
Surprised I gave you that one. Yeah, the other 2 went down there.
Yeah, okay. Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, I had to clean out the inside of my computer earlier, so that might be why there's so much dust floating around in here.
Jesus.
I'm trying to remember when I first played this game.
I don't think that's the right way. I was
I think
right.
I would have been 10 when I first played this, maybe. Like somewhere between 10 and 13 was when I first played this, and that area got me stumped for a while.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it's decently difficult for
Well, mostly because
a
like
kid's game.
when I got into
considered.
the shadowy areas, like I knew you needed the fireflies, but I was just moving around so much that I didn't like the icons don't appear if you're moving too fast for the C buttons, and so I just never saw them. So it's just like, oh, okay, I guess there's nothing in here that I need, or it's not anything I can do right now.
Please stop.
No. You having fun?
I have some questions.
It's probably because you were like getting the corner of a straight surface, where it went from being a straight line to a curve, so it didn't like that section.
Probably.
Actually, I take that back. There's one other section you need fireflies, but it's not for a long, long time.
Interesting.
It's like probably about 70% of the way through the game. There's a part where you have to carry a timed barrel through a dark area.
Hi. Ow.
Said bud. It's beautiful.
I'm proud of it. I mean, I'm really not, but whatever. Is that just like a random little fish?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You never catch fish at any point in this game, so it's just there.
Exciting. Oh. You're right, you're right, you're right. Fox, what are you playing at? What am I playing at?
You're playing at my
Really?
house.
Thank you for saving my son and for saving me.
Okay.
Man, you healed really quickly.
No, I need some help from you. Can you just tell me what's going on?
This is all work for the general scale.
Tricky's just like completely out of it right now.
Oh my god.
He's like my cat when I've given it too much catnip.
When have pirates ever wanted to rule anything?
Metroid? Ridley is
Other
captain
than
of the
the
Space
seas.
Pirates.
I mean, good point.
But how did the planet get in such a mess?
Within the Krazoa Palace, he broke the seals of the Force Point temples.
I'm listening.
This planet is rich with a magical force, a force so strong that it is
The
continually
Force?
pushing our world apart.
This still is not Star Wars.
Force spellstones were placed inside the Force Point temples.
Okay, that's a bit weird, but I understand.
That's a bit weird, but okay, I guess.
But so's my voice acting.
Removed the spellstone. With nothing to hold back the magic force, the planet was torn apart.
At last, it all makes sense. So, the bad guy takes the spellstones, your planet falls apart, and I've got to find the spellstones and bring them back to the Force Point temples.
Say it with me.
I told you he was good. He literally just repeated back to you what you just said.
Remain with you, for only a dinosaur of noble birth can breathe life into the spellstone.
Ew. Look at his
That's okay.
big head.
Don't you think he's a bit young? I mean, it's
Who are you calling Big Nose? Big Nose?
fighting death.
Man, I can't remember what that's from either. That's the worst part. I think it's SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Come on, Fox. We'll make a great team.
He lied.
Okay, but if you mess up just once, I'll send you straight back to mommy.
Don't you mean the pound?
Yep.
Our spies have indicated that Skeleton last seen in
When did you have time to talk to your spies?
You're the gatekeeper.
While she was dying.
A silly fellow, but he can guide you to the spellstone. Go back to the Snowborn Wastes and find him.
Got it.
Go back to that again?
I think you'll need this. The shock claws dropped it when they attacked me. Maybe it's
Does not
down
care.
here somewhere.
Okay, enough already. Can I just get on with it?
Can I get on with seeing this animation again?
Can we just get on with it? Is still excited to grab whatever the hell it is.
It's a key.
Can we do this yet?
Nope.
Darn.
Now the question is, do you remember how to get back there?
Oh yeah. Other than going to the warp gate? Not necessarily. Let's go this way.
Well, it's not that way.
It's not?
Nope. You're close, but not quite.
What about this way?
Nope, that led to your first staff ability.
Nope. What about...
You just passed it.
Oh.
Remember when Tricky jumped off the ladder that he shouldn't have been able to jump off
Oh
of?
yeah, okay. I get you.
This nice jungle biome is really nice, and we're back to ice.
Because that's how that works, but whatever.
It's like Minecraft, you just go from a jungle biome just straight to an ice biome. Or Terraria, where you can go from desert to ice.
Right?
DD. DD.
Oh my god.
Do I try?
Oh my god.
Is she messaging you again in like large paragraphs?
No. Oh my god. How far do we want to go on this first stream session?
Just enough to where we get like back to that area. We're probably gonna end in like 10 minutes tops.
Okay.
Mostly just because I was gonna stop it after that cutscene, but then I remembered I lost. I couldn't figure out how to get back there without warping for a long time because I took like a 30-minute break from playing, and then I was like, I have no fucking clue how to get back.
Hello?
Hello.
Is this the right way?
Yes. So that switches the water current, so now you can get around that side.
Neat. Whee!
There also is a little platform directly to your left where you can get up there. And now that you have the staff ability, you can actually boost up there and get, I think it's just energy cores. Oh no, it's gems. If you turn around, there should be a fire thing you can hit, though, to get to those. Yeah.
Can I hit it?
It's a
Answer
little
may not
forgiving, so you might be
surprise you.
alright.
I hit that right on, though. Damn. How many of those are there in all?
In the entire game, I have no idea.
Here we go.
No. One does not simply wait for Tricky. Those still cannot be killed.
Yeah.
I was hoping that was gonna happen. So that's the key that you need, or the lock you need to get to the key for, that you have the key for. Words are hard!
What is English? English is a social construct. And technically I'm not wrong either.
It's also not helpful because it has the root of 2 different languages, and so it constantly makes it hard to say things.
Oh yeah. Where am I going? Interesting. Hello.
Claw have imprisoned me in this infernal cave. If you can bring me frostweeds, I'll be strong enough to get myself out. Perhaps the young prince can help you. Hurry, boy.
You actually don't need Tricky's help for this. So these guys are gonna infinite spawn, so don't even bother killing them.
Ah. Wait, are they going to repeatedly infinite spawn or infinite spawn after I killed them?
No, they're going to repeatedly, like, if you kill one, 2 more will spawn, and then they'll just keep doing that until
Hey,
you've done this objective.
I don't wanna...
Just put away your staff.
No.
It won't target on them. So in order to get the frostweeds over there, you just kind of have to push them, but it's really awkward.
Oh, so I'm playing soccer.
Yeah.
Neat.
And sometimes they just explode like that.
I'm glad that happened.
Like, it's supposed to be the sharp claw that make them explode, but sometimes they just, yeah, we'll do that.
Not sure what was going on there, but... Alright, let's try this again. Stop. Okay, let's come this way. Let's come this way. Let's come this way. Let's come this way. Oh my god!
Not exploded.
Come here. Come here.
You got it, you're good.
Perfect.
Now you need 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
This was another problem I struggled with when doing my playthrough earlier today, mostly because I was not paying attention to the directions.
What is happening here?
They're chasing after it.
Why?
I guess they know it gives them energy?
You know what? Y'all go do that. I'm gonna be over here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all.
They're just all back there. Keep in mind, whatever direction you hit the tree from is the...
Oh my god.
They'll go in the opposite direction when they fall.
Everybody is all in my business today. Oh my god. Ugh. Like, and they're making more fall. It's just... It's stressing me out, man.
I think one of them just hit their own ally.
Oh, they've been hitting their own allies.
Alright, that's 2.
I'm just about to die because they can't keep their nonsense together.
You still have one more fairy, you'll be fine.
This is fine. This is fine.
Oh nice, it went right to him.
Alright.
Ah, the young prince. Who is this with you?
This is my friend.
Is he vaguely Russian?
My mother said
I
to
guess.
find you.
Well, I am Garunda Tang, Spellstone Gatekeeper, Dark Hive's mine.
We're looking for a spellstone.
A spellstone. It is my duty as a gatekeeper to guard the land from which a spellstone is forged. General Scale took the spellstone and discovered that I was a gatekeeper. He gave me an ultimatum. Allow him to take the
Oh, I didn't do it that time. Last time when he did that line of he gave me an ultimatum, it cut off, and so it's just like, he gave me an ultimate. It was really funny.
entire plan. So I refused to help. My daughter did not think this way. And so to save the tribe, she opened the gateway herself. Scales did not destroy my tribe. He enslaved them instead. My
You fool.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Let's commit seppuku.
To the volcano Fourth Point Temple. Only then will the spellstone's power be returned. I will open the gateway.
No.
That's the start button. So remember how it said that it tore the planet apart and there was chunks of it missing?
Yeah.
So now you're actually going to go back to your R-Wing and fly to that location. Which really, we're just going to go back to the main area and then end it off for the night. But that's what you needed to talk to him for.
Alright. So, let's go. Dude, this guy sucks at his job.
I mean, you gave him money, that's all he cared about.
His job is taking bribes, he's doing a great job.
I feel like it would be smarter for him to just keep asking each time you show up.
Right? Like, that's what I thought he was gonna do. Come here.
Just
My
be thankful
God,
the
man.
stay command doesn't cost you a mushy.
That would be annoying.
It's probably the command that gets used the most.
Again, loving that climbing animation. I just feel like something's gonna like jump out of the water or something, and
One of those things is just gonna grab you and pull you underwater.
then right?
Little things of kelp or whatever they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay. I love that laugh there.
Surprised it didn't kill you there.
He very well could have. Alright.
And there we go.
Woohoo!
Next time we'll actually fly to a chunk of the planet.
Exciting. So it's actually not that bad, all things considered.
It's just, it's definitely not good.
Like, I feel like it's also one of those things where if you loved the previous games and played the previous games, then this would be like, oh my god, how dare they? But, like, I haven't played the other games. And so, I mean, the graphics are kind of meh. But for their time, I'm sure they were fine.
For early GameCube, yeah, this actually looks pretty good.
The design is interesting.
Can you tell that it was not supposed to be a Star Fox game, though, just based on the fact of, like, the story's not built around Fox. Fox just kind of gets thrown into it.
I mean, yeah, like...
It's kind of the same problem with the new Pokemon movies, is the story doesn't revolve around Ash. It's just Ash happens to be in this location at this time, and so this happened.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is kind of one of those games where once you play through the first time, you could choose your own character and play it through and have, like, a huge variety of characters,
Yeah.
you know, especially if, like, Nintendo or somebody owned it, then, like, you know, you could have anybody from Super Smash Bros. And just plug them in here and be like, alright,
It could be, like, honestly, this feels like in a new Donkey Kong game, because you probably didn't know this. Nintendo didn't initially own the rights to Donkey Kong. It was this company, it was Rare, that owned the rights to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong
Interesting.
64 is made by Rareware. And it's considered, like, one of their best games, but it's also notorious for there is a lot of collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, upward... It's, like, almost... I want to say it's, like, 8,000 collectibles, like, total between all the different types in
Oh my God.
DK64.
Oh my
It's
God.
really bad. Banjo-Kazooie is kind of considered the better counterpart to that because there's less collectibles in the world. It's more vibrant, colorful, better characters.
I definitely feel the Banjo-Kazooie vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely some Banjo-Kazooie in there.
But yeah, like, the controls are incredible. I had really low expectations for the controls, honestly.
Yeah, that's
And, like,
fair.
the fire staff thing or whatever, it's a little bit difficult, but, like, I honestly wasn't expecting a whole lot, even though you
Yeah.
said that they were really good. I was expecting, like, Luigi ice physics.
See, now this is the sad thing. When I said Rare was a powerhouse, if you compare this to what Nintendo made at the same time, you've watched me play, which do you think has better control, this or Super Mario Sunshine?
This.
But hands down, this.
Hands down.
Mario Sunshine does not control as well as this game, and that says a lot, because people
Mm-hmm.
love Mario Sunshine. Well, some people anyway.
And, I mean, if the controls are as good on the other Star Fox games as they are on this one, then I would have to say yes, especially if they had a strong storyline and stuff to back it up, then wow. The story isn't entirely as compelling. I don't really feel there's a sense of urgency.
No.
Like, I know that the
No.
planet is being destroyed or whatever, but, like, we're not seeing that. So it's like, oh, okay, I could do it, or I could just wait.
I could grind up money, go buy stuff from the store.
Exactly, you know, like, there's just not a lot of, there's not a lot of drive story-wise, and aesthetically, so far, it'll grab your attention, but it won't necessarily hold it. Though I'm sure at the time,
Yeah.
it was like, wow, but the controls are fantastic. So, all that being said.
So I have to ask, because it will happen, what do you think is going to happen in terms of story when Fox runs into Crystal? Because it's going to be hilarious.
They're going to bone.
Well, I mean, no, she's still stuck in the crystal. She can't actually move.
He's gonna break the crystal.
No. Just, we'll get to it when we get to it, but it's probably one of the biggest fourth wall breaks in this game.
He's gonna say something dumb.
No. Well, I mean, even if he... For whatever reason, it shows in the cutscene when she gets captured that she can, like, look and move around, but then every point after that, she's just, like, pretty much frozen in time. Like, she can't actually do anything. It's really weird.
That's dumb.
So, yeah, she can't move, she can't look around, she can't speak, she can't do anything. It's bizarre.
Interesting.
Not sure why they decided to shift that, but I think it was one of those things where, development-wise, because a lot of things were put in together last minute, they probably just decided, or forgot about it. Because even looking up the thing about the store, if you talk to one of the dinosaurs that's here before going to the store, he actually calls the store by a different name. So I guess it's one of the things they forgot to change when they were doing the final development for it.
I mean, admittedly, there's a lot of stuff for final development. Like, that's one of those interesting jobs that, I mean, I don't even know if it is a job, but it would be an interesting thing to market as a beginning, like, career field, is not necessarily, like, a playtester, but, like a final editor, but for video games.
Yeah.
But you're also, like, a third party, so you haven't been staring and been on the project for the whole time.
Yeah.
You're a third party, and you go in and you play this game before they release it, and you can say, hey, maybe this is a bad idea, you know, like... Or, hey, you missed this, or that, or something. So, like, not exactly like a playtester, but like a final editor, but from a third party.
Because this is back in the day, back when, like, companies still did that themselves, but this is also before people that made games didn't have, like, 100-hour work weeks, and so it was actually, they could put it down for a while and come back to it, so it was a little bit more dealable back then. You don't really get that issue till you get to about, like, the mid to late 2000s, and that's where it really starts showing, like, they probably missed that because they've been working for 100 hours on this game each week, and that'll do it.
So, I mean, really, like, just overwork and tired eyes make you miss a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever you're going over the final product. Because, I mean, that's the other thing, too. Is I would recommend they do that with movies, because there have been, I mean, usually it's not as big with this as it is with movies, you know, because, like, with video games, you can, like, stop and look at the typo, or stop and look at the store being called the wrong name. With movies, it's just like, alright, let's keep going. But, like, with Howl's Moving Castle, whenever they went in and redid it, something was translated in English completely wrong. And it's like...
All your base are belong to us, even though that's from a video game.
Yeah, and it's like, I recognize that y'all have been spending a lot of time working on this, and I love that movie. But, like,
but
that
you've been
is
spending
not...
too long working on this, and you did not catch this.
Exactly, you know, you need to have someone that goes in and looks for stuff like that, I guess. Because, I don't know. But yeah, so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's a very... Like, it's interesting, just not compelling.
It's certainly not something, like, this game can be fun to play, but it is definitely not a game that I would sit down and play for, like, 6 hours.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like, we did it for, I think, like, 2.5 to 3.
There's,
3. It's 10. We started at, like, 7.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 2.5, 2 hours, 45
Something
minutes,
like that.
but, like, any longer than that, it'd be like, starting to...
I mean, on one hand...
I also played it for longer. I played up to, because now you're going to go for the Spellstone, I played it up through all of Dark Ice Mines and getting the Spellstone as well, because I didn't know how far we were going to get.
You probably also did it faster than I did, though.
I think it took me about the same time period that you played for in this session, but I've also beaten the game, like, 3 times.
I mean, yeah.
It's been a while, but, like, I can still remember, like, I had issue with this section. Now I know what to do here.
But yeah, on one hand, Tricky is not...
He's a throwaway character.
But on the other hand, he's not Navi, so...
He actually does return in the sequel of this game, Star Fox Assault Fully Grown. He shows up in a minute, and he's actually not annoying for once.
Oh, that's good.
Mostly because you don't have to interact with him in any way, shape, or form other than watching a cutscene at the end of the level. So that's nice.
I mean, yeah, there you go.
Alright, we will see you guys next week for more of this. And I'm pretty sure Fox will probably run into Crystal by that point, which will be hilarious.